I think Black female founders are treated horrifically by our own community. And that's a hill I'm willing to die on because I have that as my own lived experience. I built a seven-figure business alongside my mother and my sister. We built a beauty brand for women of color by women of color, particularly mostly focused on Black women. And I don't know if I would do it again. Actually, no, I know I wouldn't do it again. And I don't know if it was worth it, right? Even though the things that came out of it. We bootstrapped that business with $4,000, not even $4,000 all at once, through tips from hospitality, and built it to seven figures by like pure blood, sweat, and tears within 3 years, and ran that business for 8 years. And we got bigger and bigger every year. We exploded, especially during beginning of COVID was like our third level of explosion. And what no one tells you is that as you scale, every time you scale the business, everything breaks and you have to rebuild everything with new systems, new processes, bring in new team members, you need influx of cash, all these things. And as a lot of us who are starting our businesses at the kitchen table, because most Black female founders are not getting any capital, right? 2%, I believe, of overall VC capital goes to female founders. Less than 1% are going to Black female founders. I think the most recent stat was like 0.50% is going to Black female founders. So all of our money is coming from essentially money that we have saved on our own to start this business and run that business. Then at some point, maybe, hopefully, you can get some sort of like SBA loans, friends and family rounds, right? Which typically our white counterparts, a lot of them start their businesses with friends and family rounds where they raise, 50K, 100K or something from the people in their network in order to start and run this idea that they have. We don't have that. All we have is like grit, some savings, and then the money that we're making from sales, we're bringing it into the business and recycling the best that we could in order to grow. So for a lot of people, the expectations of what a Black business can do is so far off from the reality of what it takes to actually make that business run. For example, someone like Hanifa, people are commenting on why is she doing a pre-order business model. The reason why is because she probably doesn't have enough money to invest in the business, invest in the next collection, while also producing the collection that she has now, while also doing the marketing and whatever events, whatever partnerships, paying the staff that she has, trying to pay herself, all these different areas. It all requires capital. And if you don't have the capital, you're constantly running on just the sales that you're getting. And that might put your business in a real crunch. And on top of that, your margins are extremely small. They're smaller than they should be. Why? Because you're buying things in smaller amounts, which means things cost more. A lot of times you are trying to put Band-Aids on problems, right? So you're paying for certain things again and again, which also things cost more. You're doing things by yourself longer than you should, right? Which costs more. All of these things add into why our businesses may not be run internally the way that some of these businesses are. And then when you feel that the community that you're actually doing this for, because let's be really clear, most of us are not walking away with, millions and millions of dollars like in your pocket if you get to an exit. Most of us are not even getting to an exit. I think that most Black businesses fail, female Black businesses fail within 3 years or something like that, right? Like we made it 8, we were doing pretty good, but our business still closed. We did not make it to an exit, right? And we were still doing a lot of sales when we could close the business, but that's how important cash flow is. So I just want people to realize it's not about, no one's trying to scam you. No one is being lazy. It's none of that. And we didn't even get into the issues that we're running into when we're talking about tariffs, the geopolitical landscape, AI, all of these external forces that are happening to your business, as well as all of these internal things that are happening to the business. There's so many things, and I could literally make a better video where it's like I'm literally going through it checkpoint by checkpoint and showing you. There's so many forces against Black female founders. It's just sad that a lot of times the biggest force against us is our own community. I said what I said.